Hello everyone and welcome back to another Euro Truck Simulator 2 video. Hopefully you're all well and hopefully the webcam looks all good as well. It's absolutely roasting here in the middle of a British summer heat wave. Well, almost summer heat wave. So I've actually got the light off, but it still looks quite nice, the webcam. So if you see the odd flash of light behind me, that's just the blind getting knocked by the fan, which is sort of fanning all the hot air out. Let's move the mic over to there, and hopefully you can't hear birds chirping either, as it's quite noisy. But yeah, we're going to be going up to the Faroe Islands today. No, up to Iceland actually. So we first got to go over to Inverness. So we got 139 miles, not too far, just along that road there. And then then we're going to make our way north up to Thurso, and then head over to Iceland, which is going to be fun to see what Iceland's like. So let's get going. I like linking the journeys up. I don't want to sort of leave you, say if I quick travelled from here, from the last video to Inverness, I sort of want you to see the full journey as such. Our UK sort of road trip. Right, let's get out of here. There we go, and we're on our way. I'm tempted also to get a new truck at some point. Maybe try the new MAN truck. I've heard good things about it. So maybe in Iceland there'll be a dealer or somewhere, but when we get to an MAN dealer, we're going to give the new truck a go. Well, by the time you're seeing this, probably a month or so old. Right. Oh, hello. You're swinging around quite a bit. Let's come out of there. Let's get some fuel as well. I don't know when the next petrol station is, so we'll come into here. There we go. Park up just here. Right. So that, and as we've got the sound fixes mod, it sounds a bit better as well. Right. And you can hear the door closing as well, which is cool. We are all good to go. Let's hit the road again as we head over to Inverness to pick up our load. Not too far. There we go. Well, how many miles is it to Inverness? 137 miles. So just over about 13 minutes, I'd say. But we got to get off the Isle of Skye first. We're doing the bridge. It's just over here near Broadford. Actually, after the last episode, I did have to take a look at the map just to see, and that bridge is, well, of course, it's a real bridge. Little fact to think about Portree. Portree is holds the only secondary school on the island. I don't know. That was just, it was like, I think it was actually on the when you click on a place on Google Maps, it sort of gives you a description. For Portree it said this holds the only secondary school on the island. And I think they said the bridge was built in the 1980s. So for quite a long time, this was unlinked with the mainland. So we've got to get off the island first. Cool. For a nice summer's is it evening? Oh, it is evening. Oh, okay. I don't want it getting dark because obviously then it doesn't look particularly fantastic for video. Hopefully it will. I'll say hopefully it will get completely dark by the time we get on the ferry. Although we're going to be going back in time, so it'll just be dark. So we might try and rest somewhere, and hopefully the job remains. Is it worth sleeping? Because if we sleep, then the job might then go. It's probably worth getting the job and then going to sleep. Yeah, I think that's probably a better idea. Fasten your seatbelts front and back. There you go, you've heard it, everyone. Get your seatbelts fastened. We're going over the bridge. Well, I think it's over here, isn't it? And here we go. Very cool, though. And then we'll be back over onto the mainland. Goodbye, Isle of Skye. It was good, good being on you. Well, what is going on? We're making our way back over to Isle of Skye, which I think is the village on the other side. I'm not even sure if it's actually modelled. Might be. There we go. As we hit the road to Inverness. Yeah, hopefully everyone has been enjoying our new trucking series, whatever you want to call it. It's nice just to be back on a few different games which we haven't played in quite a while. Right, so this is where we went off on the that was the detour. Going to the left here was the detour which we had in the last episode. Oh my god, because someone had a nasty accident coming into Inverness. So this time we get to stay on the main road. Hopefully get to Inverness a bit sooner. Which shouldn't be particularly far. And I think it's about 300 miles journey, including the ferry. So it's a relatively long job. Probably about 45-minute long episode. Fun to see what Iceland's like. Yeah, at some point we'll definitely have to check out the MAN truck, the newer MAN truck. I think it also has digital mirrors as well, which is a bit weird. It's weird seeing vehicles with the digital mirrors, whereby instead of actually having, you know, a conventional mirror like that, it's just a screen. Yeah, it'd be weird to see that. Round we go. Quite a few petrol stations along here. Not very scarce. And we've got 84 miles to Inverness. It's very tempting to overtake these these 4 lorries and the coach is going really slow, or slowish. It's tempting just to sort of bottle it round them, but that would be slightly unwise. I mean, it is 50, but they must be going, what, 45? So that tanker lorry, there's a tanker lorry right at the front. That's the one going slow. Probably best to stay behind. Just enjoy the scenery of Scotland. Got some mountains there. Cool. Have a little river there. Very nice little, country roads. Which on the sort of, I suppose, base UK non-Pro Mods map, the UK map, I mean, it did have a fair few of these types of roads, but not like this, not as scenic as this. It was mostly just motorways, motorways and sort of, dual A roads. That's lovely though, really, really good. I'm really glad I did get Pro Mods, but I don't know how long we'll have it for. It really depends when the next ETS2 update comes out, which I think will be West Balkans. I don't know if I will get it again after that, so I'm sort of trying to get bits I want to see done first. So the UK, Iceland, maybe we'll go up to Scandinavia at the very top, do some of that. But once we've done that, I don't really mind after that whether we have it or not, because I really purely wanted it for, well, the UK mostly. So it really does make it extremely better. Obviously once we've done the UK. And now they're speeding. I'm pretty certain they're going above 50 now. And we're in a 50 zone, but they're going 55 or so. Can't make their mind up. They go slow, then they go fast. Right, can't be too far then now. Where does that go? Some sort of lane off there, probably to an industry. Or was that to Oban? Because that was another job on the list, to Oban. That goes to Fort William. Oh, actually, hang on, we need to... Let's go across, there we go. It's one of those funny ones. You would sort of think they'd have to give way on the right, but no. We do. Well, let's continue along. Still got some stunning mountain scenery. Some sort of lock there as well, or lake. Well, I suppose a lock is a sort of lake, isn't it? No. Don't know. Cool. Never know, the Loch Ness monster could be lurking below the depths. It's crazy how deep some of these lochs are, though. Really, really, really deep. There you go. It's all good. Inverness. On the A82. Can't be too far now. Let's have a look. 34 miles, so yeah, 3 minutes and we'll be there. And we'll pick up the trailer and yeah, head north towards Iceland. I think we do have to change ferries on the Faroe Islands, so we'll do that, and then yeah, then we'll head up north, the far north, into Iceland. The Faroe Islands actually are part of Denmark, or it's their sort of the Faroe Islands are owned by Denmark. There we are, Inverness. So we're going into an overseas territory of Denmark. Oh, let's put that down. I think in World War II, I think the Faroe Islands were basically under British control. I could be wrong, you're probably like, no. But have I read something where basically Britain, the same with Iceland as well, basically Britain basically just went over and said, right, we need to take control, we need to defend the place. Oh, let's put that back. I think, yeah, it was the same for Iceland as well. Actually managing to drive through Inverness, which we didn't get to do in the last episode because someone had a crash. All these people dodgily walking behind there. What's round there? What's the secret in the dodgy alleyway there? Really surprising this isn't on the base map for the UK. I mean, Aberdeen's on there, but not Inverness. A bit dangerous here. Ooh, we're all good. So we got to sort of drive through and out the other side. And we got a DAF dealership there as well. Is it going to say we've discovered it? Sometimes it can be, there we go, daft truck clearly discovered. Not great trucks, but yeah. Yeah, and they're now out of Inverness. They didn't stay long. So our pickup point's just outside of the city. A little bit cheeky here. I'll try and... It didn't really work out in the end. But why are they going so slow? I mean, it's 50 and we're probably going more 40 at the moment. That's the whole purpose of me coming into this lane. Let's try and get past. I might as well come back into this one. Oh, brilliant. We're back into this one then. We're completely lane hopping. And our pickup point's just up here. So yes, it should be a fairly nice drive over to, or up to Iceland. And we'll try and rest somewhere as well, so then it's the morning again. So it won't really look as pretty if it's night time. As you can see, the northern lights. Here it is here. What are we picking up from? We're picking up from Treat. 20 through here. This little lane. This is quite nice. There we are. But yeah, we'll try and sleep somewhere. Yeah, I think it was 382 miles, so about 40 minutes. So probably, yeah, it will be a long episode. I suppose that's sort of the, well, not the issue, but sort of these sort of areas up here, we want to go north. So a lot of the places up north are quite long distances to get to. And as they're little villages, there's not also many jobs, so that's why we had to drive over to Inverness to just get a job going north. But once we're up in Iceland, doesn't really matter where we go. I'll take a job basically anywhere. And here we are. This is our pickup point. Let's get the trailer and then get out of here. Wherever the trailer is, I think it's that one there. Right, freight market. There we go. So that is yeah, up to there. So it is 417 miles land distance. Okay. So yeah, it will be quite a long one. But that's all good. Yeah, let's get that on, and then we shall begin the journey. And there's a little, I think there's a way out this side as well. Just to quickly get that little bit of yellow ticked off. Yeah, there is. Let's get that ticked off. It's only a tiny little bit. There we go. But yeah, there we go. We are off. We're now on our way to the north. Oh, yeah, it's 20 as well. Let's pop that down. And yeah, we will sleep somewhere. That would be quite important to do. Tree it wood. Let's slow down a bit more. Bit more, bit more, bit more. Bit more. So we got up, get up to Thurso first, which is the place furthest north where there's a train station, Thurso. There we go. Cool. Go left here and then floor it up north. A bit quieter now as well, as we have got the realistic traffic on, which actually is quite a good thing, because it does mean it's much quieter on the roads at this time. So in fact, shall we sleep or not? Maybe we'll do it once it gets completely dark. I mean, at the moment it's fine. And this is 50 along here. There we go. This is beautiful this time of night, or this time in the evening. What was it? Sort of this night. Is that actually like an official time to when night starts? Night, evening, day. Or same with afternoon as well. Afternoon to evening. I mean, sometimes people say evening at sort of 4 o'clock in the after, but 4 p.m. And then some people, but no, that's the afternoon. I don't know. I suppose it sort of depends on the season, really, doesn't it? You know, in winter it starts getting darker about 3:30, so you might sort of be like, oh, it's the evening now. I suppose, yeah, it's really down to the season. Don't know. Put your thoughts in the comments. What's the change between what time to change between afternoon and evening? A lot of people say 6 p.m. as well. I suppose midnight to 6 a.m. that can sort of be classed as night time. 6 a.m. to midday, morning. Midday to, I don't know, midday to 6 p.m. Afternoon, and then the other last 6 hours evening. Maybe it's supposed to work like that. What a funny thing to talk about. Let's put that down, been a bit naughty here. Although it is night time. Thing is, on real life roads, I'm pretty certain everybody speeds at night time. From what I've seen, from what I've heard. Obviously don't speed at night though. Don't do it. What are we going over here? What are we going over? Is it the River Tay? Is that supposed to be this, which we're going over now, which then takes you over sort of towards Dundee? Or is that further south? Is that, no, Dundee. No, I think that's below Inverness, isn't it? Oh, I don't know actually, Dundee, is that above? I don't know actually, I can't remember. No, Dundee is above Inverness, isn't it? Oh god, let's put that. No. I think it is. It's lovely though, doesn't it? Sort of as the sun is going down. Still light though. Yeah, there's still light in the sky. Along the Scottish east coast, which just looks amazing. Let's not end up in it though. Let's try and be careful. Another little village coming up now. Has it got a name, or is it just a village? I don't think there is any name. Oh, hang on, is there? Probably on that road. I'd probably say what it was. to go straight past it. So yeah, we're probably going to get to Thurso in no time. Won't take long to get up there. Especially, I suppose, at this time. No traffic, no one going slow. Yeah, well, I think what we'll do, I think we'll sleep on the other side of the ferry crossing, because we want to see Iceland in the day, really, or in the morning. I don't think we'd really be doing it justice if we drove through Iceland in the night. Really beautiful though. Some really gorgeous scenes on this game. And one of the reasons for that is really the skybox. The sky is just fantastic on this game. Colours, the cloud formations, just the weather in general looks really good. Apart from rain. Rain could be better. I know there are mods to change that. Right, we've got a junction coming up. Looks like we're going left. So I'm guessing straight on would go towards Wick. But we're going left to Thurso, yes. Not to John O'Groats. Back on the A9. We were on that earlier, weren't we? Or was that still the same? Yeah, it must be the same. I was thinking the A9 was the one near Carl of Lozike, but no, I think it was the one at Inverness. Me forgetting. Oh well, continue on. Still just about a smidge of light left. I mean, this is like the best time of a summer's day, isn't it? Or one of, you know, after, like today as I'm recording this, it is like 30 degrees outside. So sort of, this sort of time, actually hang on, this is midnight at the moment. Ah. That's cool. If that's actually, yeah, it's 1:15 midnight at the moment and it's still light. Well, maybe not this time, but say, yeah, 9, 10 PM on after a hot summer's sort of day. Going outside, sitting in the garden. Obviously, with you try and make sure nothing bites you, but it's lovely. But yeah, it's still. I mean, that's actually a really good point. It is still like, because we're so far north, the sun doesn't really go to bed. The sun is sort of constantly up in summer. I think in Iceland it's the same. In Iceland, it stays light basically 24 hours of the day. The sun never goes to bed. Because we're just so far sort of north, and sort of the way the sun's positioned sort of quite high up, just doesn't go. But then in winter it's sort of it's the opposite. So in winter I think the days just don't last very long, or at least the daylight. I think on certain places really far up north, I think it is dark basically the whole day in winter. And this is Thurso. Oh, we've got it's flashing yellow. That usually means it's about to go down, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay, well, we're gonna come across. Well, ideally it should then start flashing red and then the barriers would come down, but it didn't, so it must be all good. Cattletown, John O'Groats. And that's our boat for the night, which will take us over to Iceland. Well, to the Faroe Islands and then over to Iceland. I don't think we can go direct to Iceland. Do a bit of ferry hopping or sea hopping. Polaris lines. wonder if there actually is a real life ferry from Thurso to the Faroe Islands. Probably. Probably just easier plane it or flying over there. Oh, we're going into... hang on, no, we're not going into there. Oh, we're just following it around. Okay, around we go. And then round again. Oh, we actually get to drive into the boat. Nice. There we go. Yeah, and then over to the Faroe Islands. Put that on. Right, let's see. Can we go straight to... No, we can't. You've got the Orkney Islands there, at Bursay and Kirkwall. Cool. But we're going over to the Faroe Islands to Torshavn. Takes 9 hours. Oh, it's 10:44. Okay, that's not too bad. So it is actually daytime now. And then we got to get on another ferry, I think, straight from here. Oh no, do we actually have to drive somewhere? I thought it was literally just do that and then we'd be back on the next ferry. But this is the Faroe Islands. On the other side of the road as well, which I think is a that's got a UK. Oh, that's probably because the ferry. But yeah, I think this is a overseas territory of Denmark. It looks awesome. Oh, let's come to a stop. Right, sort of those stereotypical Nordic, you know, sort of houses, you know, red. Very nice. So I don't think it's very far. It must just be the other big boat, basically. Lovely place we've emerged into. Look at this, cobbled roads as well. And yeah, basically just a ferry transfer. There's the next big boat there. Oh, and we got traffic lights. No, just a giveaway point. Come on, you can get through there, mate. Reversing. Did the AI actually reverse? I don't think I've actually ever seen an AI vehicle reverse it. Or have I? Probably have. Oh, that's cool. Well, a little jolly there on the Faroe Islands. We're already getting out of here, unfortunately. Well, there's not really much to it, really. Actually, there is, I suppose, a fair bit. You can go up there to Klaksavik. But nice. Anyone been to the Faroe Islands? I mean, I suppose probably not really a popular destination. Oh, this is... I'll go around to... Oh, into there. The ferry point then. Oh, we're driving. I think we might be driving onto the boat again. Yeah, looks like it. And into Iceland. So we can get quite a few places. We can get to Norway, to Denmark, which obviously owns base the place, and to yeah, that place. 30 hours to get to Denmark. Wow. That's where we're going. And we got to drive up some of the islands to Akukari. Well, this is going to be nice. Oh, and it's now 2:36 AM. So yeah, I think we'll definitely... Actually, I suppose it will be... The sun should be coming up soon. Alright, I'm here, mate. Yeah, okay. Actually, yeah, this is fine. This is light enough. There you go. This is Iceland, which already looks really good. There you go, the eastern region. And you got snow as well. This is really good though, doesn't it? Yes, it should now all be right. Whoa! Oh my God! Hello. That was my fault. That. Go on then. We have got 277 miles. So we've got quite a bit to go still. I mean, that's still 27 minutes. So it really is going to be a long episode, but a good one though, because well, it's Iceland. And it's 31 miles per hour. Which I suppose would be 50 kilometres an hour. There we go. Landscape looks really nice though. Definitely have to go in photo mode in a second. Oh, and it's icy. I can feel that as well. You can really feel the ice. My God. Wow. Well, let's get photo. You can really feel that the ice. A little bit slippy. Right, let's get a shot of this. Photo studio, photo mode. Welcome to Iceland. We made it. And we've still got to go. Still got to go up to there. And you got the capital over there, Reykjavik. Like tunnels there or something. And we're going. Slowly heading over there. So we really got to be careful. I didn't think you could. Well, I've never felt that before on ETS, so really have got to be careful. As we don't want to be going. Don't want to be slipping off the edge of the mountain. Really wouldn't be a good idea. Yeah, certainly a cool journey though. A long old one though. It's been 50 minutes or so from. Well, that was from Portree. All good. And we're going down into that town down there. Experience and a half. Again, has anyone actually ever been to Iceland here? Obviously, I suppose probably more so than the Faroe Islands. Really careful down here. As that ice could very easily catch you out. Or make us tip over, which we really don't want. Basically slide down the hill. In a safe manner. You can actually see it flicking up as well. I can see it flicking up a second ago in the mirror. How cool is that? That cheeky bugger trying to overtake us. Right up to the junction as well. Or just as we're coming into this place. Well, that's where we're going. We're going... Yeah, we're going to Akureyri. That's where we're going. Or near enough to it. There we go. That was a little mountainous part there, so we got a slightly easier part now. And that is 50 miles per hour. Wow. And it's weird to also see it at snowy as well. Because with sort of normal Euro truck, it's basically always summer. You don't get seasons. So to sort of see it like this is really cool. Because usually this would only be sort of possible using mods or Truckers MP. So I think Truckers MP sort of at Christmassy time they put it all snowy. Is that the temperature? -2 degrees Celsius. Wow. Very much a journey worth making though. It's just been so well done as well. Oh god, that was a bit quick. That was a cattle grid, I think. That's the suspension completely broken. We go. Oh, is that the no, because yeah, Iceland is basically between it's quite a place of high tectonic activity because it's between the Eurasia tectonic plate and the North American plate. I think I'm correct. I think I remember my geography there. So I don't know if that was the sort of ravine which runs sort of through Iceland, or one of them. There's obviously quite a few. It could be actually. They've also got the volcano here as well, which has erupted a couple of times in the last decade or so. I remember there was quite a big eruption back in 2010. So I remember I was at school and sort of the ash cloud started well, pouring ash down all over the place. And I think it erupted a bit more recently as well, but not as sort of major. It's a high volcanic activity as well. Got a bit of ice here as well, so we'll just take it nice and easy. Yeah, you can see we're coming over here. Really can feel the difference. And you can see we're losing speed here because of the ice. But you can actually see it sort of flicking up, or the snow, but it's ice, snow and ice. Come on, truck, you can do it. Come on, Scania. That's what you're made for. But it's going for it, it's doing it. There you go, we are up. There. So we've now got 203 miles, so about 20 minutes to the destination, depending on how quick we go. Because on roads like this, you can just go, well, you can get pretty quick. As long as we don't get caught out by the ice, we're all good. Just got to take it steady. Steady and safe. I'll try not to turn too hard. But it's just great that ProMods managed to model Iceland. And I suppose trucking, yeah, well, I suppose it's a big-ish place, Iceland, so I suppose you would have trucking on it. Whenever I see Iceland, it's either about volcanoes and the nature, or it's about cars. Because I think, well, as you can see on the map, Iceland does have sort of a ring road round it, the number 1. So you get a lot of sort of car programs coming here and just racing around the ring. I think Top Gear also came here as well a fair few years ago. And did basically just that, a ring around Iceland. We're going to fill the ice here, slow that right down. And it looks like they've got quite a nice bridge coming up. I'm assuming that is going to be for us. Yeah, I see a truck on it. Oh, so that must be where we're going. It is, we're going over that bridge. Little suspension bridge. So we get to go straight on here. There we go. Try not to fall in. Oh, it goes into... Oh, okay. Well, I think we can fit across. Yeah, we'll be fine. Narrows down a little bit. Ooh, yeah, we're all good. What a really cool place, though. Really cool. We'll have to get... I'm going to get another screenshot in a second. There's a cattle grid as well. I wonder what the main sort of cattle is on Iceland. Sort of the main animal export. Fantastic. Really glad we did take a job up to Iceland. It's been a long job, but it's been a good one. And across the white expanse. Expanse of Iceland. Looks like we're going up over that hill over there. Yeah, so we've still got a little way to go, but we'll get there. We're now entering the northeastern region. That goes down to Clafla. Another cattle grid. I don't think there's even sort of any warning signs for it. It just sort of comes all of a sudden. Right, I might be a little bit naughty here. I know you shouldn't overtake. You can't actually overtake here. But I might try and get past these two trucks here, as they're probably going to be struggling up as they've got fuel on them. So probably best to try and get past them as soon as we can. I mean, that actually would be probably the safest thing to do. It's just sort of try and get past them. Actually, it depends where they're going, because I think there's a junction coming up. As we come into the next town. Oh my god, that's... You can really feel the ice. It's scary. That's going off that way. Well, certainly that probably just goes round to where we're going. If only you had this on the base map though, ice, and I don't think you do, or do you? Yeah, look, that's one of the tanker trucks there, look, right back in front of us. And there's the next one. Brilliant. So they took the short. Why can't we go that way? So yeah, we will try and get around these. And that probably would be the safest option. Once we're on a straight, we'll try and get round. It's 50 along here and they're doing about 35. So not ideal. Okay, it's 31 now. What's going on here? Oh, roadworks. Yeah, we'll try and get past them. 133 miles. And I think we're turning off the main road in a second. Which then takes us up basically to the final destination. Some sort of rock slide there. Alright, let's continue on. Yeah, we are turning off up here. And where are those tanker trucks going? Please go the other way. But one of them will turn left, won't they? No, they're not. Well, that's good then. And onto this road, which I think does take us most of the way now. Oh, snow ahead. Could have told us that earlier. Oh, no, there is. Look at this. Oh, this really is cool coming up here. How does? Oh, there's even more. It's getting deeper as well. Oh, there you go. Get him showing off. Well, the snow's probably better than ice, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not really feeling much sort of slippiness here. We've got a tunnel as well. Cool. And back out and into the snow again. Oh no, that's more ice. That could feel that coming out of there. Can even feel it on the wheel as well. How cool! Oh yeah, look at you showing off, overtaking us. Very sensible, eh? Very sensible. Yeah, we're struggling up here. Not even that steep, it's just trying to get the, I suppose, grip on the snow. Or in the ice, more like here. But we're doing it alright. It's now 106 miles to the drop-off, so about 10 minutes. There you go, we're back on the snow. Snow's not too bad, driving on the snow's alright. It's just when it gets to the ice and the slushy bit. That's the bad bit. Yeah, along here is not bad. So you can turn quite a bit. You don't really feel it too much. It's more when you're on the sort of ice and the slush when you feel it. This is fine. Obviously, still be slightly more cautious. for that truck there, thank you. This is a really cool bit of map though. Proper layered in snow here. Around here. There we go. I'm sort of going over the lanes. Well, there's not really a lane here, is there? Just to help us get around those corners at a slightly better speed. All good. I'm on a straight bit again. Well, it does narrow. Well, if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a thumbs up. It's been quite an enjoyable one, hasn't it? Going from the UK, Faroe Islands, now Iceland. There you go, now it clears up. Certainly an interesting one. I suppose from here, probably, I don't know, I suppose we'll probably go around Iceland a bit more. Yeah, then not sure. The plan was to get to Iceland. I think I might have made that truck stop there. Now we're in Iceland. Sort of well, near the other side. Oh no, this was still the northeast region. So I wonder if we're going to the northwest region. A massive port here as well. Impressive. You know what? I'm gonna do it. There's another tanker. I'm going to try and get past it. There we go. It probably is better to overtake that than stay behind it. Especially it probably is going to struggle as well. Bit of overtaking action. Lorry overtaking. So no idea where this drop off actually is going to be. I thought we were going on sort of our own sort of, well, not dirt track, but a little small lane up to it. But I mean, it's only 50 miles away now, and it looks like it's probably just going to stay like this. Miles isn't very far on here. We are going a little bit quick, but it's alright. So we're going left up here. A bit busier here. Oh, if he's letting me go, that's very nice of him. Give him a little toot. So along here now, probably for the last 50 odd miles. So not very far. It's been a long old journey though. But almost at the end, so thanks everyone for coming in for, I suppose, this extra long ETS2 video. Oh, what's that? Is that a fighter jet? Just a plane, there. That's cool. I've actually landed at one of the airports in Iceland, because I think on Flight Sim for one of the sort of landing challenges, we're talking about Flight Sim 2024 will be out at some point, so we'll definitely be getting that. yeah, one of the landing challenges I think is in Iceland. So I think we've flown into one of the airports here. Quite a tough one as well. Or was that Norway? Got your hotels over there. And they're all going off that way. Where are we going? We're going over here. Got a very wriggly bit coming up as well. Oh, and back into the icy bit as well. Okay, so we're going up here. Well, the drop-off can't be far. It's now 8. Oh, there it is. It's just there. Okay, so it isn't very far. I just gotta hope we don't fall off the edge of the mountain up here, or off the hill. Take it nice and wide. Doesn't seem to be any AI. So we can sort of do as we wish. There's that down below. Ice and snow ahead. Good to know. Take it nice and careful. There it is, the snow. But snow isn't actually that bad to drive on. It actually seems a lot easier. Saying that, God, that was must have been the ice behind us. No, it's definitely easier to drive on the snow than this, which we've got now. You've done well for us, truck. You've done us well. You've got us all the way up from, what, the Isle of Skye, all the way up to, well, here. Oh wow, that was a long old drive, but we've done it. We have indeed done it, and they want it there as well. And that's going to be fun getting into there. Let's bring it around here and try and swing it in. But be careful of that building though. There's a building on that left side. Don't want to be going into that really. Oh, we've got a little bit of wiggle room. Oh, we have got wiggle room there. Not a lot of wiggle room. Oh no, we're fine. I'm battling with a cat at the moment. One of our cats is trying to jump up on the desk. I'm trying to be like, no, don't do that. Whilst parking, multitasking. Straighten that up. Oh my god, that is close. Okay, let's do that again. That was getting too close there. Again, we're getting a bit close. It is not the nicest place to park, or at least they're not the best parking position. Right, let's just try and clear it of that building. Right, it's back there now, that building. They won't accept that. But what we'll do is we can now line it up much nicer. Like that. Should then quite easily go in. That will do. There we go. Well, that is going to be it, everyone, for that rather long episode of trucking. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Links can be found in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in. Hopefully we'll see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.